we're off on a road trip. Now, this is really exciting, mate. We're basically camping for what? 4 days, did you say?
About 3 or 4 days.
About 3 or 4 days, we're going east, okay? And we're going to be looking for ghost towns and metal detecting and camping. And then we're coming back, I think, and then we're going west. Is that right?
To Springfield.
Springfield, where Homer Simpson lives. Now, I didn't know this. I went through Springfield yesterday, and Springfield on The Simpsons is called Springfield because the man who invented Springfield, Groening or whatever he's called, what's he?
Matt Groening.
Matt Groening. He's from Springfield. So I've been through it's only a tiny little town. I've been through the town where the Simpsons man was born. So yeah, we're going east, which is like desertish. Rattlesnakes, hopefully. I'm hoping to catch a rattlesnake and get a selfie with one. Hoping to find some ghost towns full of silver. And I think at one point, I think that's on the next bit. Is that west though, where we're going to do the gold mining?
Yeah, we're going to be hopefully doing some gold dredging and some panning and going into an active gold mine.
Cool, an active gold mine. And that's the west side, yeah? Or is it on this?
Southwest.
But that's on the second leg of our trip. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's not in the next 4 or 5 days, that's after. That's next week. But yeah, we've just set off, got my cowboy hat on, got my British flag, I've got my name, Holdsworth. We're all ready, let's do this. You might have seen the video, one of my last videos, where I went shooting for the first time, like ever, yes. And there was another guy in the video, which was the next door neighbour of Brian, our next door neighbour. Just walked into a supermarket, Safeways, apparently, I think it's Safeways, we have these in England. He's behind the counter, there he is. I had no idea he worked here. Right, we're doing some American metal detecting. My first time ever metal detecting in America. I'm very excited to dig up my first signal to see what it's going to be. Can't wait. We're in, what is this? It's a campsite. Some kind of campsite where you can come in with your caravans, park up, pay so much a night. It's like a big woodland. We just spoke to like the park ranger or something. He says, yeah, no problem. Only one rule, if you find anything worth anything, it's mine. So I've had my first signal. I've dug it. And it's just not as exciting as I wanted it to be. I knew it was going to be a can of beer. A can of beer or a bullet. Blitz. Never mind. We'll carry on. A can.
Really old one.
Never mind, where there's cans, there's people. I found my first American coin. Woohoo! Now, nobody else in America would ever get excited about it because it's just a penny. But to me, that's special. That's my first ever penny. It is a stinking Lincoln.
What year?
I don't know what year. It looks like Lincoln to me. Is it Lincoln?
Yeah.
Is that good or bad? Because they do call them stinking Lincolns, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. A Lincoln. Always recheck your holes like I just didn't do. So I had to re-dig it. Another one, another stinking Lincoln. I've always wanted to say I found a stinking Lincoln. Brian's just found a stinking Lincoln as well. That's 3 stinking Lincolns. We're just near this little picnic area. A lot of trash. And I found my first bullet in America. Or shell, should I say. Casing. And it says on it 30-06 SPRG. And the letters A and P. Someone tell me which gun that's come from. I just wanted to show you the lake. and how beautifully coloured it is and how crystal clear it is. Look at that. It's about, I don't know, I'd say about 8 foot deep there, and you can see right down to the bottom. Beautiful. We've just stopped off for a little rest because Brian has diabetes and he has to have injections, and anybody who does know me pretty well will know I'm absolutely terrified of injections. So if you want to hurt me, come for me with a needle. Don't bother coming for me with a gun, because I'll just rip it out of your hands, because I'm not scared of guns or anything else really, just needles. So he's doing his needly thing, but he's just said I can have this hat. I can take this hat back home to England with me. So from every video from now until forever, you're probably going to see me wearing this hat because it's cool and it makes me look hard. Howdy y'all. I think that's what they say in America. Howdy y'all. We've found this building which we think's probably 1800s.
Square nail, 1800s.
Square nail, must be 1800s. That's what I'd say. Would you agree, Brian? Yeah. 1800s? Yeah. But look inside. I'll just switch my camera around. Look at this. Now we think it's probably an old farmhouse. There's like a cattle thing going down there, and inside you've actually got the cattle. Look at this. You've got an old cow or something which has died here, and you've still got all the fur, all its hide. It doesn't smell, so it's been here a long time. It's just like an old barn which has crashed. Brian's very excited because it's 1800s. There must be some things here, there must be. Okay, there's another small building attached, well not attached, just round the corner. And it's an old root cellar. If you don't know what a root cellar is, I suggest you ask an American. I did. Yeah, 1800s, this is quite exciting. There must be things here. You know, even any kind of signal which isn't a nail is going to be something exciting, because it's potentially 120 years old, which is has to be exciting in America, surely. Okay, so Brian's doing close to the buildings here. It's very trashy, very hard to detect up there with the dais with the big coil on. And I'm struggling to get my Macro Racer 2 on. No sound out of it. I'll sort it out later. So I've started in this bit of field, and that's my first thing worth showing. Any ideas on that? As we say, we think this is 1890s because there's some square nails on that building. These aren't square, the ones I found. But it's got like a thing at each side there. And where did I see it? Somewhere there, look, at the bottom. It's like loads of little holes going around the bottom, as if it's off an oil burner or something, but don't know. Anybody have any ideas on that one? So for all you people who say there's no history on the west coast of America, it doesn't have to be 300 years old. It's only a horseshoe, but that's history. It's got, you can see the square nails there. That's from the 1800s, and a horseshoe from the 1800s in Oregon is a pretty good find, isn't it?
Yeah, very good find.
Yeah, that's a good find. Oh, and Brian's found this amazing...
Looks like a hammer.
Hammerhead of some kind. Strange shape. But as we said, this is some kind of mini farm. I'm guessing it was just a couple who had a few pieces, maybe 6 cattle over there, and grew their own vegetables, and there's a little pondy thing down there. Probably just living off the land in the 1800s. So yeah, let's carry on. Look at these extremely strange hills, guys. Incredibly straight, flat tops. How weird is that? That's not natural. So this is Rattlesnake Creek. You don't get a better name than Rattlesnake Creek. And these, I don't know if you know anything about them. I know all about them, so I'll tell you if you like. Basically, you've got 17 layers here on all these hills, and it's 17 times that there's been lava flow from volcanoes over millions of years. You're talking maybe 16 million years. Well, you are talking exactly 16 million years. And the average time between each layer is about 8,000 miles, 8,000 years. But yeah, you're talking all what you see around here was formed over 16 million years. I know that because it says so on this sign down here. Okay, we've arrived at camp for the evening. There's my tent. There's Brian's tent. We've got our chairs out ready. We've just had a beer. We've got a little fire pit here. Brian's convinced he's going to catch us some tea, so we're going fishing. I'll have a good chat with you when I'm down there. This should be fun. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Brian's fishing away there. He's caught us absolute nothing. No food for tonight. Been here at least 3 minutes. Nothing. Do I get to pick which... Have you got a menu so I can pick which fish I want?
No.
Can you see the teepees behind me? You can stay in them if you like. It's very expensive here for a campsite. I think it was $24 just to put us tents up. But there's nowhere else close by, so we had to do it. Yeah, just to let you know what we've done today. I've not been filming much because we've been travelling a lot. Tomorrow morning we're pretty much next to a ghost town which we're trying to get to, called John Day. But today we found one ghost town which we couldn't metal detect there. We couldn't get any permission. But it was interesting, you know. It's his, you know, it's his first day. We've just been travelling. It'll all kick off tomorrow. I'm very tired this morning. And this afternoon, I started to get hay fever, so I stopped off for some hay fever tablets. And it just knocked me out. Fell asleep. So I slept for an hour or two, I think. And yeah, we're just chilling. And Brian's catching dinner. Brian's not doing very well at catching dinner. Bless him. So Brian hasn't caught any fish yet. But it's because it's too late, apparently. Brian says it's too late. All trout go to bed early, apparently. Brian's got a... Oh, it fell off again. Was that a fish or a snag?
That was a snag.
A snag. I'll tell everyone it were a fish because it did look like a fish from here. Yeah, I just had a fish on the end and I could see it from here. It was about 20 pounds. So we've just been on the John Day River trying to catch some fish without much luck. But there's actually a pond here. Now, we've just seen a fisherman who says he was here half an hour and he's caught 2 10-inch fishes. They've got to be 8 inches for us to be able to eat them. So someone's just done 2 in 30 minutes. He's actually given Brian his bait. This lake has just been restocked. It is absolutely full of fish. And Brian's dad will be watching this video. So Brian is feeling under a lot of pressure. He has to catch some fish and not let his dad down. Come on, Brian, you can do it. Okay, so we've been here about 3.5 hours now. Brian insists that I had a bite about 1.5 hours. Apart from that, not much happening. But he's still at it, he's still at it. It's the next day. Brian's still trying his hardest. He's got one. Oh, that's 2 or 3 he's actually had on the line, but they've just got away at the last minute. Okay, that's the end of my 2 weeks trip in America. I've had a lovely time. Okay, we've just finished with us fishing, haven't we, Brian?
We have.
We got probably about 18. We lost count, didn't we? About 18, all between like 20 and 50 pounds. But he decided to put them all back because he says he fancies hot dogs instead of fish.
That's right.
So we're going to go back and have some hot dogs.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.